Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. Guys, we're ranked number 78. It's match number 11 out of 12 of the current 5v5 season, and I placed 5 GLs on defense, facing a minor celebrity in the GAC community. Here's the situation. We're facing Dagger 487. He's in one of the top end guilds out there for PvP. He's ranked number 77. I'm number 78. We're both fancy. I actually have a little bit more GP, but he beats me in mods and in relics. Not by a huge margin, actually. I have more relic 7s, in fact. Interesting. I didn't notice that. In fact, I have just more relics in general. He does have slightly better mods. The plus 15 stuff is always problematic for me, apparently. That's just my problem child that who knows if I'll ever solve it. But alright guys, I did something weird, something different and strange. I placed 5 GLs on defense. Normally I place 4 or 3. I always place a tough defense. I do. It's a very important thing to me to place a defense that's going to hold someone accountable. Like, okay, you're gonna face Xaereth. You're gonna be a little bit scared. You should crap your pants just a tiny bit. And so, here's the thing, I don't place Jedi Master Luke ever. He's my comfort zone, in a way. I got Jedi Master Kenobi was my comfort zone for a while, and then I was like, you know what, we're putting him on defense, putting the best team I have on defense. I'm not going to have a crutch, but then Jedi Master Luke has taken his place. So, put a General Grievous, like a team that'll beat General Grievous pretty consistently on defense. And the rest of the teams are pretty good too. You guys can all check that out. Dagger also puts up a pretty good defense. So when I went in, I was very surprised. He always has Jedi Master Kenobi on the front zone, and he doesn't this time. He doesn't. He has General Skywalker, a Starkiller team with a really fast Mara Jade. He has Lord Vader with Maul and Canderous, and a really fast Darth Revan with Talon. Up top, he's got a Qui-Gon team. He's got a fast dash team without the Omicron. The Jango squad with a fast Quill and Bam, of course, and Nest. And then, of course, a good Mon Mothra team. Lots of good stuff, guys. So before we jump into the fight, just want to remind you, if you want to support the channel for free, all you've got to do is help me mount the algorithm. We've got to do it, guys. We're doing it. Please hit like. If you haven't subbed yet, please do that. That would be amazing. I would really appreciate it. In fact, I already do, because I know that my suggestions, my begging, my pleading has gotten through to you, has reached you on the level that you're going to actually just hit that sub button. And maybe you'll just be crazy enough to hit that bell too, but I wouldn't do that. That seems foolish. So, alright guys, I think we're ready. Let's go to the actual video footage, shall we? Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. There was a technical issue that has been since resolved. Alright, so I don't want to start on the very hardest team first, because screw that, it's in the morning, and I'm still a little sleepy. So, I'm going to use Commander Luke here against General Skywalker, and I don't know, there's some weird things that are going on here. Stuff. I don't know, so far it's not too bad. It just keeps hitting my General Skywalker a lot, and I don't like that. But then, we're also not getting a ton of turn meter here, and the Rex is about to go. I don't appreciate that, of course. We're not killing their 5s very fast either, very quickly. And that Rex is going to go. Skywalker stands up without me killing anyone, which is very, very, very rare here, folks. So, yeah. Anyways, we got to keep going, though. We're not. Should we just sit down and cry? Is that what we should do? We should just sit down and... Oh, bummer. We started off bad. I guess we'll just lose. Or are we just going to persevere? Are we going to prevail? I think that's the wisest option. So, we got to kill this 5s here. And there we go. Now we can kill Rex. And... okay, so this is kind of a fancy move. Just do the AoE there. Okay, and then we can do the AoE, or the multi-shot here to take him out so he doesn't sit down and stand back up again. because that might spell certain doom for our heroes. Now, one thing I should also point out, folks, my opponent did attack. He was a good dude and attacked me earlier in the fight, in the match, like the night before, and so we knew that he beat my front zone. He failed one time on my Sith Eternal squad, and that was it. He got okay banners on the rest. So, alright, we got Star Killer here. Got a Star Killer to fight with General Kenobi, which that's one of the toughest versions. General Kenobi or Barriss, in my opinion, are the two trickiest builds on defense. So, we're trying to hit the people who have target lock, so we're getting good turn meter. We can't for the life of us. Like, we got the buff immunity on everyone. That's great, but I want target lock on everyone. If I got target lock on everyone, I'd feel a lot happier. Here's the thing: if we kill Mara Jade, then Visas is just going to come and revive her, and then it really is just a huge mess. We got to kill Visas first. Oh gosh, I'm not gaining enough turn meter here. They're starting to take some turns. Don't like that. We just can't get target lock on Visas, man. We just got to take her out. But actually, we took out Mara there because the other thing about fights, folks, is you got to look at turn meter, especially when you're using General Grievous against a super duper fast Star Killer team. Remember, Star Killer is giving everyone plus 70 speed. And oh, goodbye to BB-8, and hello to Slevitron, who was following us just then and during the stream. Pretty fancy. Let's just keep going though. Okay, so damage immunity, but not undispellable damage immunity. So B2 just said, oh, I'll just take that, and stole the damage immunity. And we can keep going. So, alright, kind of a messy win, and it's not even a win yet. Star Killer's throwing tires at us. It's entirely annoying. But we got a 58. Alright, so we got a couple inefficient kills here. And so, okay, so he's got Maul with Canderous here, and all right, so here's an issue, guys. I gotta pause this. So, all right, so they triggered Bam here. Bam is here to get a word in edgewise against Maul, because Maul has the mechanics to be able to just kill the whole team right before I even get a turn. But Bam has a way of getting a turn in a word in edgewise, a turn in the middle. So. Here's the thing, it triggered on Mando, and what I do is I always target Fennec for this, because Fennec is the most important part of the team, but what I should have done is target Mando, because it's not going to trigger on Mando again now that it's already done. It's a one-time thing for each scoundrel, and so I should have targeted Mando here. Instead I targeted Fennec, because she is still the most important, but Mando is pretty important too, so this is a very important point, guys. Okay, so we get our contract here, and they hit Mando. And Mando's not feeling super great. We can target who we want though. So who are we gonna hit? Like, should we hit Maul? Just try to take him out. And then Canderous goes and kills Mando before. Gosh, guys, before he can disintegrate Royal Guard, which is a true disaster. If we kill Royal Guard first, then it's a lot easier. Like, it's almost impossible now to kill Royal Guard. Like, we have to try to kill Maul and try to kill the ads, but we're not going to one-shot this. I thought we were going to one-shot it. We're going to still try, but at this stage, I mean, it's a pretty big mess, folks. It's a fiasco. So let's keep, I guess, Fennec alive. Maybe she can. At least Fennec can ignore taunt. That's her one saving grace here. But look at, I mean, we've hit Royal Guard a bunch, done almost no damage, and it's just a mess. Luckily, Bando can't be ability blocked, so that's fancy. Just keep Fennec alive, I guess. Maybe she can punch Vader right in the face, or kick him in the nuts if he still has any after all that lava. Okay, so they killed Fennec, and now I fought for a little bit longer. I got Whistling Birds off, actually. Almost killed Vader, but I didn't quite. So then I timed out. He did his AoE, and I timed out there. So at first I was like, okay, let's use Bad Batch. This is something I've used a lot to clean up And then I decided, no, let's use my Starkiller team. At the end of the day, it's good. So the goal is to get to the back zone and not have to use one of my Galactic Legend killing teams, but I decided that this time we needed Starkiller more than we needed anything else. And Starkiller was just a redundancy. I had other ways to kill other GLs if I needed to, so let's use Starkiller here because I was pretty sure my Starkiller team with General Kenobi would be able to at least kill the ads. And so, okay, we've gotten rid of Vader, we've gotten rid of Canderous. Now, Royal Guard obviously is a frustrating fellow. We've got to take him out if we can. And of course, we want to get that Star Destroyer. So, you know, we'll just keep summoning Starkiller as much as we can. And note how good Kenobi here is, guys. As a tank, he is actually pretty ridiculous. He can do a lot of really crazy stuff. I'm told, actually, that this team... Oh yeah, so check it out. We got our Star Destroyer already, guys. We should just do that before Lord Vader gets his ult. Maybe we can just kill Royal Guard before he gets it. So there we go. I'm told, though, that I actually might have been able to, and I don't know if I have the right modding or relics. Probably not, frankly, but I'm told that you can actually beat a Lord Vader team with Canderous and Maul with Starkiller if you have the right setup. So just something to be thinking about. Now, I wanted to use the big hit from Starkiller. I wanted to throw the tire at Lord Vader, but what I decided was we're not going to do that right now because Lord Vader is going to go into his ult. We really want to get shock on Lord Vader if we can. That will be really nice so that he can't heal himself at all. Or we want to get healing immunity, which happens when you throw the tire at him. But because he's in his ult, he is immune to damage immunity. So we gotta bide our time. Just wait till he's actually earning. Okay, so he's earning his ult now. So he's outside of his ult. So now we can get shock on him, which means he can't heal. And now I guess we can just shoot this at him. That dispels all of our debuffs as well. And he's got healing immunity. He's got buff immunity, and it's looking pretty good, guys. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to finish him off here, but I think General Kenobi, man, switching all of those debuffs to buffs, like to their opposite, pretty nice stuff. All those buffs to buffs, pretty nice stuff. Like Dr. Seuss, guys. Alright. So, I think my opponent was trying to bait me with Qui-Gon, because I've been using Qui-Gon against Darth Revan lately. But I was like, you know what? We have Troopers available. Troopers are a great front zone squad. I'd like to save them if I can, because they can beat certain builds. Here's the thing. If my opponent had not put Darth Revan in a place I could see him, I would have actually kept this squad for the back zone, no matter what, just because I would be afraid that my Jedi, my Supreme Leader Kylo team is my Supreme Leader Kylo counter, I should say. It won't work against a Supreme Leader Kylo team with Darth Revan in it. It just won't, unless it's a really, really slow Darth Revan, but it just doesn't work that way. And so, but Troopers work against that build. Against Supreme Leader Kylo with Revan, the Troopers work. So I needed to, because he gave me all the information I needed, he put Darth Revan up front. I could confidently take this Darth Revan team out with Troopers. Oh, and here, guys, this is important. You're gonna snipe out Talon before you kill Darth Revan, because otherwise you kill Darth Revan, then she revives him, and it's a whole mess. So, anyways, he gave me enough information to know that even if you put Supreme Leader Kylo in the back, which he actually did, he wouldn't have Darth Revan in it, because Darth Revan is obviously up front. So, he started clearing my front zone. He waited until my stream to start attacking me. And that top zone, it will fall without any losses on his end. So, that's not great. He's a Rey team, and he's a Rey Cat team, and he's got Supreme Leader Kylo. So, here's the thing. You guys haven't seen me do this for a really long time, because Jedi Revan has been tied to my Jedi Master Luke team. But Jedi Master Luke's on defense, and this team is specifically reserved for Kylo duty, if they may have him. So, I have the team, we may as well use it, right, guys? So, he's got some good relics, Relic 6 minimum, and a lot of it's Relic 8. including, I think, a Relic 9 on Supreme Leader Kylo. I think, wow, over 150k health, so it's a big mess. But, you know, I have Relic 8 on Jedi Knight Luke now, too. So, you know, we've got 7 on Jedi Revan, all that stuff. So I'm trying to figure this stuff out, guys. I'm trying to remember what we're supposed to do. We want to do damage to First Order Stormtrooper before crew, just because Stormtrooper is the one who can call assists when he counterattacks, and that assist might be Supreme Leader Kylo. So we want to take him out, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, do we mark Red Trooper? Do we just finish off First Order Stormtrooper? And I'm trying to remember if I even have the right turn order, to be honest, guys. I'm messing with mods, maybe I don't. But trying to figure out, do we target Hux here, try to kill him, try to kill Red Trooper? Because Red Trooper will start taking his toll. Once if we killed Hux, then we have to get through 2 more tanks. That Red Trooper is going to kill the whole team. So, you know, I debated for like a minute. You guys can just see the time taken down. It's obviously an accelerated thing here, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Try not to pay attention to Bastila's lightsaber in the background, just waving back and forth, like a pendulum. Eventually I decided I wanted to mark Red Trooper, just get rid of him, because I was looking at turn meter as well, and Old Ben was going to get a turn before Kylo got his turn. So that was going to be great, and the whole thing was I could get ability block on him, and then life would be easier. So, who do we kill now? Do we kill Hux? Do we kill Supreme Leader? We could call someone. We could call Basti to ability block Kylo here. We could just take out Hux forever. And the whole time I'm like, you know what? They have enough relics. I'm probably just not going to win this fight anyways. So we got to kill the ads. The ads need to be our #1 priority. It's been a long time since I've done this. Even though I kind of like made the guide for this counter, it's still like it's a new animal because everyone's got so many relics. Yeah, Relic 9 on this guy, Relic 8 on crew. This is a huge mess. So let's see. They killed Revan, killed Old Ben, and I did get blind on him though, and ability block, which meant he was gonna miss no matter what. And then we did our big hit from Luke, 61k 3 times. Put an end to the tyranny of Supreme Leader Kylo, and we got the first shot kill. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I actually suspected that my opponent had Raycat in the back because of this comp, because Dash usually has Vander Chewie here. So the options were he either forgot, and he also didn't have L3. L3, those are the 2 characters that always go with Raycat, and so here's the thing. Usually they put Vander Chewie with Dash, or L3 with Dash, one of those 2. But instead they've got Vander, or they've got Zalbar here, and so I was like, I mean, that was part of the idea. But so my idea here was my Dash, or sorry, my Kyle Katarn is faster than their Dash, but their Dash is very fast. So Dash is going to get a turn after Kyle Katarn, no matter how much turn meter I get. So the idea was I could ability block Dash, because that, like, his AoE, his starting AoE would have just put an end to us. So we could ability block him using our basic, which we accomplished, and then there's a straight shot to him. If we get the turn meter train going, then we just get a straight shot to Dash and kill him, and there's not a way for him to revive, and we'll just be good to go. Okay, so they killed Cara Dune. That's not great. We haven't summoned Worthless Guy yet. Okay, got Worthless Guy, got the Dispel here, and then Dash got a turn, and everything just instantly went to hell, because we didn't get the turn meter gains that I was hoping for, and that's that. All right, so damn it all. I just had to, I timed out because at the end of the day, Dash had just taken his turns. So, all right, they put Mothma on defense, and I'm like, man, we're gonna need every team we can get, because I stacked my defense. You guys can go and look. It's crazy. We don't have Barriss though. Barriss is with Jedi Master Luke, so we're using Jawas here, and I think that we killed Cara Dune, and then she just revived from potency up or something. So that wasn't cool. And then I think Mothma actually revived Scout. So now we get to watch at 600 times speed, folks, as So we put it on auto. People who accuse me of never putting it on auto have clearly never seen this video. Of course you haven't, because you haven't seen it, because I haven't recorded it yet. But I was like, man, maybe Stormtrooper Han could actually kill this scout. That would be kind of epic, right? And either way, we need to save our progress, which means we can't just exit out, because then that would just reset the team. Because this team is dead now. Like, we've killed Mothra, and that's enough, right? Like, we just... So we gotta just take our licks, and look how close, like, we gotta get Scout a little bit close. I think we get him into yellow a couple times, but, yeah, look at that, yellow. Yellow! Sweet, okay. Timed out again. Come watch my streams, guys. Also known as Xaereth Times Out. Alright, so this is an interesting one, folks. Here's the thing. I was thinking about Bad Batch, and that this Queel is faster than my Echo, for sure, no doubt. So Queel goes, he gives everyone enough turn meter to go before me, for the most part, not all of them, but you know, that means Whistling Birds for Bando. It means they get to set me on fire, and that means I don't gain turn meter. Once I'm set on fire, they get their AoE from IG, all this stuff. But I was like, you know what? They don't reduce my turn meter, and they don't ability block me with any of these. So we're just going to get our normal turn order, and we'll be able to, once Tech gets a turn, we can dispel all the nonsense, and then we'll have the bit in our mouth, and we can get going. So that's exactly what happened here. So we took kind of a beating, but not that much damage even. And now Tech goes, he stuns them, well, at least some of them, and he cleanses everyone, which is even more important. And then Omega, so, you know, we'll try to do a 2-turn stun with Wrecker, which obviously IG is just going to dispel that, but it also gives us the damage, what's it called? It gives us true damage because we get defense up. And under Hunter lead, we get the defense penetration, or whatever, the true damage, so no crits. So, we even killed Jango here, guys. We killed Queel. We can play with our food, dispel all their things, and, I mean, like I said, once we got the bit in our mouth, like, this team's easy to take out. So, alright, cool. Just on time. Nest gets to go. Tech does some damage, and then I'm like, can we just sneak in and kill Nest instead of having to do the annoying, like, just ratchet in her health over time? And we actually got it. So that was nice after all this frustration. So okay, all right. And then I realized, I'm like, why don't I just use Iden Versio here? I forgot that I had Iden Versio on offense, because she's always on defense, and so she just goes before anyone. We just gun down Dash, like he's through the door, like DoorDash style. So yeah, I mean, they're getting some stuff, but I mean, look at that. Our counter just kills Zalbar. That was satisfying. So, there we go. 45 frickin' banners, folks. And, okay, so I'm going to pause it here, because this is the Build-a-Bear thing that I was referencing. So, if you don't know who Build-a-Bear is, that's just my way of saying it's a team that's not established yet. It's a team that's like, okay, we just need a bunch of different random elements to a kit, and we need them all to just like glue together and you know, combine to kill the team at hand. And so this Qui-Gon team with Anakin is not that good. Like, there's no taunt. I mean, Anakin is modded very well, but he's only relic 7. Qui-Gon's only relic 3. We just have to survive. So we need Anakin to get a turn first and just hit us, because his AoE isn't going to kill anyone who has high relics. We have a pre-taunt with Shore Trooper, and then Watt can be here. I'm like, this is so weird, but I didn't have a team that could use Watt, because everything was on defense of mine that could use him. So, may as well we can put the shield tech on our Relic 8 crew, and then Darth Vader, I mean, he's Relic 8, and TIE Fighter pilot because he's extra damage, and he's Empire. Like, this team has some good stuff going for it. You know, damage, we've got crit immunity from Shore Trooper, that was another element. But then the crew is really nice because you get a 2-turn stun on Anakin as well. So, okay, let's put the shield tech onto Kylo. And then they all have Foresight, and I don't want to go yet. I don't want Anakin to get a bonus turn. I just want him to get a normal turn. So I just did an AoE to get rid of their Foresight. And then, okay, put the mid pack on Vader, apparently. Okay, so got the 2-turn stun onto Anakin, so that's pretty fancy. And now we can go into Merciless here, targeting Qui-Gon so that we get more dots on him. So after a while of thinking, I'm like, I think maybe we can just Culling Blade Qui-Gon right now. And if we do, then Anakin will take his first turn in stun, and he'll still be stunned. So now, okay, we've got our, we've got our, what's it called, Merciless going on. So we have to take our turns. Okay, so Anakin finally comes out of it, but it's too late. And dropped a few banners, but I mean, at this point, it's like, well, if he can clear me, then he probably wins. But, you know, it's good to banner pinch when we can. All right. So Darth Revan is a team I've been using a lot on offense lately, because I don't have Malak available, and so he's fodder for a ton of different teams. People can counter him with, like, people using just like straight up Geos to beat Darth Revan teams that don't have Malak, and so why not just take him for offense? Because there's still, if you know the mechanics and rules pretty well, then you can do some cool stuff with that team. Like, they don't have the best modding anymore or anything, and obviously Malgus is going to change their interactions eventually, but okay, so we're just going around the fear, so that's why I threw it at Poe there. And now we have to shoot Rey because she has Death Mark, which we kind of want to do that anyways, because she's the linchpin for this team anyways. Okay, so ability block R2 so that he doesn't do anything ill-advised. Then Poe was close to being killed, so we may as well take out Poe. And I mean, they're just not getting turns now because I'm fancy and they aren't. And there it is, 63 banners, not too bad. So we killed everything except for the remaining Mothra team and that Rey Cat team. So Wampa gets in, rips them a new one, maybe a couple new ones, and so we can look at fleets. And yeah, otherwise, my opponent did clear one team in the back, and then he just waited, basically, for the rest of the fight. He decided he wanted to wait until I was done so we could know what numbers he needed. So, alright, we've got Kenobi here, and the idea is Vander makes this team a little bit tricky, because she's a scoundrel. She's a light side, Cat is a light side scoundrel. So, if we do the Cat Annihilate right away, when he doesn't have prepared, then you're going to be, like, you'll be good to go. You need to dispel L3, and then we'll just do the Annihilate on Cat. But if Vander gets his prepared, then there might be issues. There might be issues. So, okay, so Padme's here. Let's just, you know, Ahsoka goes, and, I mean, she does her protection thing, and then Vander now has prepared. And so if we just kill Cat, then Vander will just revive her anyways, and then he'll just get prepared again really fast anyways. So the idea is no one can revive Vander. Let's just take him out. Unfortunately, now we've got to move through Cat, which is a mess. But we do have Jedi Master Kenobi, and I mean, we don't have General Kenobi to go with him, but I mean, Plo's holding his taunt, and that's kind of really important for this, actually. And Plo's nice because we can actually get the Dispel on basic whenever L3 decides she wants to taunt. Though I do like that we have her permanently. You don't see L3 stunned too often because we got the permanence, or the undispellable stun from Padme there. Okay, so waited until their Rey took their ult, or popped the ult to pop our ult, because now we have all the bonus protection and healing and stuff. So even though she does a really high-powered hit, it didn't kill us. So thank goodness for that. And now we've got to get Cat into damage immunity here. But my thought is maybe my Cat, she's been building up some stacks and stuff. Maybe we're able to. Okay, so Plo's gone from Ahsoka. Maybe we can just build up all of our stacks and just kill Cat without having to go through damage immunity on her, which is what ended up happening. Thank goodness. So that was a good stratagem on my end, actually. I mean, maybe that sounds cocky, but in reality, I mean, I think that was a really important step. So, okay, she did a whirlwind, didn't quite kill Snips there. And now I'm like, okay, let's just kill Bo-Katan. And then, I don't know, for some reason I was hitting Bo-Katan, even though we probably should have been hitting Rey. At one point, Rey has hit Lifeblood, or has hit, it's not Lifeblood. I mean, she used Lifeblood to get into damage immunity. So we don't have to worry about that as much. But, alright, big hit from Cat was nice. And let's just finish her off. Cool. And now, Bo-Katan's like, I got this. We can totally manage this. But narrator's voice, she didn't. Alright, let's pop the ult just to get some banner recovery. And 61 against Stray Cat. So, finally cleared his zones. He hasn't attacked me yet. You know, that's fine. So, let's take out his ships. So he's got Executor in the back with both of the GT2 fleets. So we'll just use our first order here. Echelon's almost dead. Well, you pass the turn to him. Call the mass assist. He heals himself. Xanadu Blood didn't get a double tap, and so Echelon can live a little bit. And then the whole fight is all about controlling Houndstooth. You don't want Houndstooth to at any point get to taunt. You want to kill all the ads as they come in. And I think I blundered just a little bit. You guys will see. Okay, so first we got to call Sunfac in, because I didn't need Malevolence anyways for the counters I was going to be using. So, at least the planned counters. So, okay, Slave 1 gets here. We start off okay by, you know, we hit him a little bit, and then I was like, okay, but I guess we'll keep hitting him. So this was good. And then he healed himself, and then he also has Foresight, and I'm like, gosh, okay, we gotta control their Houndstooth, but we need to also be trying to kill their Slave 1. We gotta control their Houndstooth though. So, okay, so they got their contract thing, they got their locked debuffs, which is scary. It's always nerve-wracking, but we gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. So actually, now that I'm reviewing this, I don't think I did anything too wrong. Like, the priority is controlling Houndstooth there, not killing Slave 1. Even though killing Slave 1 is high on the list, it isn't quite on the same order of magnitude as controlling Houndstooth at this point. So, I think we readjusted the way I should do it. Okay, so IG 2000's gone, and so all of his reinforcements are gone at this point, guys. And I mean, our Echelon's gone, our Stun Fac is gone, Special Forces TIE Fighter's gone, so we're down to just Silencer. But Silencer's still alive, guys, and Silencer is all you need, really. You know, we get our First Order TIE Pilot in, because why not? But he's not the difference maker. Silencer is the one who just silences all the competition. That's why that's his name. And not great banners, guys. Dropped to like 11 banners. But we got a one-shot on Executor, which is good, because he one-shot my Executor right before that with his own First Order. So we needed that to happen. And okay, so we resumed home one against this Negotiator fleet, and we got Anakin just outside of going into stealth, and so now he is in stealth, which is wonderful. They get Plo in, which is my favorite reinforcement for this build, because then Cassian goes in, dispels all the nonsense, and he can just nuke Anakin. And yeah, now we can kill Plo. They're probably going to do their AoE here soon, so we don't do the wiggle on Falcon. And, I mean, we can dispel Y-Wing, sure. Okay, so they do their AoE. Got daze on some of them. God daze it! That wasn't that funny, but it reminded me of that. So, yeah, just dispelling things and making things happy. 71 banners, great. Great, and now they have Malevolence, so let's use our Negotiator here. So you target the Hyena Bomber and hope you get defense down with your first basic with 5s. So you can do the AoE and you do extra damage to Hyena Bomber. And now we do want to do the AoE here with Y-Wing just to get the taunt going. But okay, so we got the potential 3 for there. We didn't quite get it, obviously, but all right. Took out the Hyena Bomber. Let's get some turn meter from Plo here. And okay, let's go long term. Make sure that we're viable long term, even though we're planning on finishing it soon. Because all we have got to do is take out Sunfac now, because we killed that Vulture earlier. 75 banners, really smooth. And with that, folks, we got the full clear. So my opponent opted not to attack during my stream, though he did actually stream it on a different on a Discord server. And he invited me to watch, and I should have taken footage of it actually. But essentially what it boiled down to was he had General Grievous, he had Sith Eternal Emperor with Watt, and that was, and then he had like Geos and Night Sisters was it. So I think it's gonna show, actually zoom in and show you guys what I have left. So I've got my Jedi Master Luke and Rey team, and so what he ended up doing, he used Grievous on Jedi Master Luke and failed. So then he needed to use Sith Eternal on Jedi Master Luke. Barely got it, but he did. He did kill the whole team with Sith Eternal Watt. And then he needed to use his paper cut technique on Rey to be able to get her down to below 50% health, and then use Geos to snipe her out. And if he could Zerg down Rey, he would need, at that point he needed a 36. So that means paper cut Rey would get him down to a soft max of 35, I believe. So, but he was pretty sure he could pull it off. I could show you guys the final. I'll show you guys the final score though, as soon as I can actually find it here. Here we go. Let's see the final results. Alright, so he didn't actually manage to kill my Rey. You can see he used the paper cut method to get Rey down. And then what ended up happening, guys, was she was down. She was kind of vulnerable a little bit. And then Spy did a hit, didn't finish her off, and then Holdo healed everyone up. And she did her ultimate and just killed the whole team, basically. Didn't quite kill them all, but made it non-viable for Geos to work. So, one way or another, that happened. Previously, the night before, he had killed my Supreme Leader, or Sith Eternal Emperor. He actually failed with, listen to this, because he didn't have Cat available, he actually failed with Kenobi against this Sith Eternal squad, and then he used Wampa to clean it up. So it was, I mean, he could have used anything to kill the ads though and saved Kenobi, so that was kind of nice. And my final thoughts, guys. Okay, so putting 5 Galactic Legends down on defense is scary. If you want to full clear, you need to have off-meta counters to be able to beat some of these teams, but even still, man, I mean, 5 GLs is tough. My opponent did say, though, he didn't expect my back zone at all, and, you know, that it worked out well. So, it pays to be sneaky, I guess. Do something that's unexpected. If you know someone's gonna be scouting you, then you can really mess with them a lot, in fact, by doing something you don't normally do. Like take Jedi Master Kenobi for offense, or putting Jedi Master Luke on defense. So it worked out. And, you know, once again, I have another opponent in my top whatever group, top 111 group, that didn't full clear me where I cleared them. So, one thing I do want to point out, guys, having a good defense is nice, because even if you play poorly, and there were a couple moments here where I didn't play at my very best. I think I did actually fairly well on some of my fights, but I didn't do my very, very best, and therefore it was nice that I had my defense to back me up in order to, like, then if my opponent doesn't play the very, very best too, then that's another win condition potentially. So, you know, it's just nice to have 2 different win conditions. You could either play well, or you can just play slightly better than your opponent does and get the win. So, in this case, a good match to Dagger, and I'm sure you'll just destroy me next time. That's no question, really. But glad we got the win, and I think I'm at number 50, I don't remember, 56, something like that, facing the guy with the highest GP in the game for the finals. The highest GP by 12,000 GP. So, gonna be really interesting to see how that goes. Not sure at all what's gonna happen, but guys, I'm gonna let you go. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. And remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. Or something that sounded dumb, but I'm not gonna redo it. So, life beyond that awesome note. Goodbye.